is an American import because the American had this coon culture that the blacks used to do to entertain their masters, and that some of it came here. In the Afrikaans language or in the Cape dialect language, they call it klopse, which means clubs. So we are clubs, social clubs, sports clubs. And clubs used to have floats and troops who would march through the city.
As a kid, we used to run up behind the cones, you know, and what we call the Acacia Americans.
They were very drum-based, you know, this heavy drum beat, and they had this headgear, and they'd scare you.
Living with my grandparents, well, they were English speaking and very much like English people, you know. They have that kind of lifestyle, the tea, every couple of minutes is tea time. So they used to like sort of to look down on the coons, the people belonging to coons is like only gangsters or scholars and stuff and that, you know, while not knowing the history of the music and all that.
The British culture was so overpowering here, and the Anglo-Saxon culture was so overpowering. The fact that we had racism, which is very much a German phenomenon, which the Afrikaners absorbed. The fact that we had the class system, which is very much a British phenomenon. It was imitated by the victims of these systems. That even their own culture was regarded as unworthy. And so unfortunately, lots of people who weren't white would strive for a white identity, a white image, would sing Gilbert and Sullivan, would learn opera. That was the respectable culture. And the illiterate people would have to resort to their own working class Creole culture. And that Creole culture has always been sort of frowned upon because of its low social status. And that's been the tragedy of our town, that we haven't taken pride in that Creole culture in the way the Brazilians identify with it. Even white Brazilians identify with it.
My grandmother had no lights in her house, so we had pretty much had candlelight. And we had one little radio. When the batteries went flat, we had no little radio. But apart from that, the music that excited me was always the carnival sound.
I remember standing at the gate of our house, sun-kissed Klipfontein Road, Surrey Estate, just standing there and watching the people coming from Manenberg, you know, dominating the streets, cars can't pass them. One coon carnival, Kaapse Klopse, after the other.
As a family, we used to go to the Klopse carnivals. So Boxing Day, we'll go to the beach, and New Year's Day, it's Athlone Stadium or to Greenpoint.
Dennis Constant Martin of Paris, he wrote a book on the Coon Carnival traditions. He believes that from the visit of the Christie's minstrels and the Jubilee, Virginia Jubilee singers from the United States, they, the people, you know, with a black-faced minstrelsy, painted up their faces and so on, they immediately gave rise to the Kaapse Klopse movement. But other people will say now, Kaapse Klopse have come about even before them, and had they not come here, they would still have been Kaapse Klopse.
Ibrahim made the song actually famous, but it's been used, this particular tune has been used so many times by so many people. It's a kind of a traditional tune, and it's a tune that people would sometimes sing on their way to a shrine, and they'd say, this is the road that takes you to the shrine, in Afrikaans or in Patois. The kramat is the shrine.
A circle of shrines surrounds Cape Town, and according to legend protects her. They are the graves of Muslim holy men who came here in the 17th century to provide spiritual comfort and protection to the slaves. Now their graves protect the city. The other thing that protects the people of this city is a bitter sense of humor and a party spirit.
If you want to use that song and mimic someone who is trying for white, which many fair-skinned colored people would do, they put a lot of powder on their face and dress up like a white and then pose as a white. And sometimes they will give away things like the hair is crinkly or something. And then they'd make up a song, a comedy song, which would say, Spier wit gepoeie het nie hare nie. Painted, you are powdered white, but the hair is a giveaway. So they say, Spier wit gepoeie het nie hare nie, het nie hare nie. You see, so it's that kind of traditional things. And otherwise, people would just, at the local dance, play this tune and dance to it.
I think there's a wonderful assortment of various musical traditions which can best be described as being Cape-based. Kaapse Klopse, Christmas bands, the various Cape Malay forms, and of course langarm, which is really ballroom music, langarm music. But the most sophisticated one out of all of them is jazz, and you would have had to have earned your stripes, as it were, in all these other traditions before you can become a jazz musician.
Here is Abdullah Abraham playing Goma as a young man.
Have a bit of a hot nuts tea party.
in the environment like District 6, where we had different communities, therefore each one, in terms of their live music, whether it's the church or the mosque, they would always be bringing in their own unique sounds. And then now the musicians then would sort of respond to that music.
I, as a young boy, also picked up a lot because the segregation wasn't so very strict in those days. District 6, you could walk down the road, you can walk past a synagogue, and you can walk past a mosque, and you can walk past a Catholic church and hear Latin. You can walk past the young group and hear them Italian opera. You can walk past a lodging house for black migrant workers, and they'll be singing something else. And as a little boy, you pick up all this, and this has informed me a lot.
Hi, hi,
In Langa, the music that is most potentially would emanate from three groups. One is the church, the other one is the community in terms of the rituals, amaqeqa, and then the marriages, the ceremonies, and then the deaths.
There were church hymns which we all grew up with, beside the traditional side of it.
In the church, there are those who clap, there are those who use the drums, there are those who also dance, like the ZCCs. Therefore, you would have all these different elements, but the essence of the music is still the same. It is still African.
Hi, hi, sekano kondoni. Kuno kakalala. Hi, hi, says. That's Xhosa music. It's away from other things. We can swing that as well. That's what's so nice about it. Yeah, we can Xhosalize it, we can jazzerize it, we can fusionize it, can rock and roll it.
When I was a kid, we had access. My children didn't have the same access that I had, and they don't know this music. They don't even know the carnival music. They don't even know what I know. They listen to Kylie Malone and Michael Jackson, and they're quite happy.
Children who were born 1977, 8, 79, they're so blank, they don't know about 76 curfew or history. So when you ask them, they tell you, what are you talking about? Who's John Coltrane? Who's Mahlatini? No, we don't know these people. Tupac, they're crazy about.
Ukuba abantu abatsha uze basondele kuthi ngase bebe nembonakaliso kuba lo nxa bathe qelele kunathi bafana nomtho ongena ngqambu onge usebenzela into. Mthomileyo wona ungakwazi uvuma ukunosuku ophule uphuke bekuphelile lokho.